mission to end crossover boxing as we know it. He sees the branding, Prime, X Series, Misfits Boxing. He wants to destroy everything KSI has created. As for the Nightmare, he took this fight for one reason: to do what Jake Paul couldn't do, beat Tommy Fury. Let's go.
Tommy Fury really going to have to withstand the early onslaught by KSI. He's got a ton of energy. He's super quick aerial, and we know that he can throw a lot of punches. Tommy needs to wait for that.
KSI employing that London shoot fighter style, taught to him by the likes of Michael Venom Page, keeping his hands down. That is not going to be effective against a boxer like Tommy Fury. He has to keep his hands up more, in my opinion.
He's digging to the rib cages, KSI. He'd love for this to be a brawl. He doesn't want to box Tommy Fury. Jake Paul tried to beat him at boxing. It came up short. Big right hand for KSI.
That was a straight right hand. You talk about the quickness advantage. We saw it right there.
Idris Virgo told us yesterday he has sparred KSI. He gets headaches after sparring him, that he's a lot faster and a lot better than people think. We're getting a glimpse of that right now.
You can never underestimate an opponent. I don't care who it is.
KSI says, I'm just built different. That's why I'm going to win. Hands by the waist, though, not a good idea.
Tommy not using his jab like he did against Jake Paul. He's rushing in there. He needs to use his length and his distance to pop those shots.
I got to give KSI credit. The early strategy is clearly rush in and then tie him up. He doesn't want to let Tommy Fury allow the distance to be an advantage. And oh, by the way, boys, this place is electric.
It's unbelievable. Oh, no.
I think it was a shot behind the head.
That has been an issue somewhat in these fights leading up to tonight, is that a lot of these fighters that don't quite have the experience turn their heads quite a bit in these fights.
Let's see what happened here. Yeah.
Ooh.
Clearly.
It was clearly in back of the head.
Sure was.
Guilty as charged for Tommy Fury. They're not going to take a point, though. Get back into the fray here. KSI back on his toes.
Boys, as much as we complained about Dylan Dennis not engaging, we certainly don't have that issue in the main event.
Already more action in this fight than we saw over 5 rounds, 6 rounds in that one.
I think KSI has caught Tommy a little bit by surprise here. I don't think he thought that he would be this mobile, this fast, and this effective.
This crowd going bonkers over every single punch.
Well, Tommy was embracing being the bad guy or being good or being the heel, whatever you want to call him. But when the bell rings, and Ariel, to your point, when he took that straight right down Broadway, I think it really stunned him.
Good body shot from KSI. And he may have very well won the first round of this fight. Arena in Manchester because of that right hand right on the neck.
Yeah, that was only about, what, 15, 20 seconds into the fight, and that really set the tone, Ariel, for the first round.
Seconds out, round 2.
Let's see if Fury starts to try and box a little more.
He may be just trying to outmuscle KSI as well. He's much bigger, so this hugging that he is doing may be a tactic on his part to tire out.
Good right hand from Tommy. KSI still not putting his hands up.
Yeah, the counter game is really strong there.
Stop!
If I'm KSI, I want no part of that.
No,
I want to keep moving around and be mobile. He did it again.
He did it again. At some point, you have to take away a point.
100%.
How many more warnings? I think he has to take away a point right now. This has to be it.
They're going to do it.
He absolutely is.
6-round fight. That's as good as a knockdown.
And considering the fact KSI probably won the first round.
There it is, as clear as day. You can get seriously hurt. It looks innocent to those who've never been in a ring, but you get hit behind the head, it can cause some serious damage. But this is maybe taking a lot out of KSI and not much damage being done.
Yeah, he's putting everything he has into every one of those punches, which is not always the greatest game plan when you're trying to save energy. No, you got to go probably 6 rounds.
This, in my opinion, is a completely different Tommy Fury than the one that we saw back in Saudi Arabia. He is just trying to tire KSI by continuing to grab and hold him, but it's not effective because, as you can see, KSI is still swinging and still bouncing on his feet.
And clearly there's been a lot of tape study because every time Tommy Fury comes with the right, KSI sees it, ducks it, and engages.
Well, what everyone who's met KSI in the gym has said is that his cardio is off the charts. He's in fantastic shape. But you look at Tommy, you know he is too.
The referee, I think, needs to start breaking them up a little bit sooner. Like, why are you letting this go?
Well, if it's an active clinch, you let him fight it out. You get a hand free, you let him go. At least
continuously, he's trying to do it every time. He's giving him another warning.
Good right hand from KSI again on the inside.
Yeah, the fighting style of KSI takes up a lot of energy, boys. But to your point, Chris, the cardio so far is absolutely on point.
And Ariel, it's interesting. Most anybody who picked, well, that doesn't seem like a fast round. They didn't stop the clock for the point deduction.
Well, we're back, and as we look at some of the highlights from the second round, I really thought that Tommy Fury was kind of telegraphing his right hand. And Ariel, I thought KSI did a really nice job of throwing the counters, especially in the clinch.
You know, if you asked people that thought KSI would win, you said, how's he going to do it? Most people are like, I don't know. He's just going to find a way. He always seems to. And so far, he's found a way.
And that point deduction in the second round could loom large.
Huge.
If Tommy doesn't pick up.
Absolutely huge.
Well, listen, if KSI won the first 2 rounds, including round 2 by 10-8, that means Fury's got to win the rest of them.
Take a step back. Nobody punch. Nobody punch.
The knock on Tommy has always been that he can't put people away. He had trouble putting away Anthony Taylor, who has fought at as low as 145 in MMA. It's going to be very hard for him to put KSI away if he continues to fight like this.
By the way, I love the kid in the background in the spotlight with a belt on. I can't keep my eyes off him.
Yes, I don't think he's a kid, by the way.
I thought that was a small salt poppy.
He's a rival of one Hasbullah's.
Oh, boy. We need them on X Series.
How do you get that seat, though? Wow.
Oh, that's left for Tommy. You see, KSI has the word legacy tattooed across his back. That's what he's fighting for here tonight. Can you imagine if he beats Tommy Fury in one of the biggest pay-per-views in history? Tommy Fury starting maybe to turn the momentum in his favor here in round 3.
And I would really let KSI come to me. It seems like he's figured out the speed of the fight. Now let's use the counter game to really get some shots in on KSI, because so far we haven't seen hardly anything land clean.
Would love to see Tommy Fury box. Use the jab, use his foot movement. He is the boxer here, right? That's what he's been telling us.
Correct.
And he's not really using the boxing skills that got him the win over Jake Paul.
Oh, that's left for Tommy. legacy tattooed across his back. That's what he's fighting for here tonight. Can you imagine if he beats Tommy Fury in one of the biggest pay-per-views in history? Tommy Fury starting maybe to turn the momentum in his favor here in round 3.
And I would really let KSI come to me. It seems like he's figured out the speed of the fight. Now let's use the counter game to really get some shots in on KSI, because so far we haven't seen hardly anything land clean.
Would love to see Tommy Fury box. Use the jab, use his foot movement. He is the boxer here, right? That's what he's been telling us.
Correct.
And he's not really using the boxing skills that got him the win over Jake Paul. This referee needs to get a little bit more control of this fight.
Well, I mean, to his credit, he took a point array in round 2. And there's another hit behind the head from Fury.
Let him go, Tommy.
If you're talking game plan, so far the game plan for KSI, in my opinion anyway, is a much better game plan than what Tommy Fury currently is attempting to use.
Keep in mind, Tommy Fury's fight against Jake was 8 rounds. This is only 6. So he couldn't wear down Jake over 8. He's trying to do the same here to KSI. Ryan Garcia returns to the ring December 2nd against the extremely dangerous Oscar Duarte. That should be a real banger live on DAZN. There's the jab from Fury. I think Fury feels that JJ is so beneath him that he doesn't need to box to beat this guy. But in round 4, he's figuring it out.
Well, he better stop that thought process.
KSI's corner told him to use the double jab and then the right hand. So let's see if he does that.
The corner of Tommy Fury yelling jab. Some chance of Tommy now in his hometown. Again, they'll tie up. That's kind of been the story of this fight.
You wonder if Tommy Fury faked the overhand right, if he'd have something open with the left, because KSI is ducking to the left, or excuse me, to his left every single time.
They're clinching every 2 seconds now.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, boy. Fury almost caught him there. But like you said, Ariel, the bigger body size of Tommy Fury, this plays into his hands and just put his weight on KSI.
But you can't use your power unless you're able to actually throw the punches you need to throw to make it effective on a guy like KSI. Now, Tommy Fury's starting to do a lot of complaining to the referee, but the bottom line is if he wanted to, he could move back, but he's decided not to.
Oh, right hand just misses from KSI. So too does a right hand from Tommy. A glance up at the clock from KSI, who's certainly starting to feel some fatigue now here in the 4th.
I would be very, very careful if I am KSI, taking my head to where he's taking it every single time. If Tommy can time up a left uppercut, he can connect.
And that'll do it for round 4. All right, round 5, and I think KSI needs to win at least one of these 2.
I have a 2-2 going into the 5th, but again, the 10-8 in the second.
Yeah, that's exactly how I have it too. 2-2, but that point, I think it's going to come up really, really important.
KSI trying to do some dirty work on the inside. He's connected. The referee letting him fight on the inside.
Nobody punch, stop! Everybody take a step back.
If the cardio is as good as we think he is, I would certainly push the pace.
By the way, punches through round 4. KSI has landed 26. Fury has landed 26.
Hagler Hearns, it is not. I think those guys landed 26 punches in the first 10 seconds.
There's a jab from JJ. Ariel, is this the kind of fight you thought we'd see from Tommy Fury?
No, I thought he would use his boxing more, meaning use his jab, use his length, use his distance. I was actually pretty impressed with what he did against Jake Paul back in February, and I don't see that same kind of composure out of him this time around. I mean, I don't mean to be mean here, but this is fairly unwatchable. If you're clinching every 2 seconds, that is not fun. That is not boxing.
And when you're the boxer, Ariel, and you are from the boxing family, people expect exactly what you just said.
Well, to be fair, and giving some credit, KSI is not exactly an orthodox fighter. He's got his hands down, he's running all over the place, he's holding, he's getting inside. So not all the blame can lay at the feet of Tommy Fury, but when you're a trained professional, you figure out how to beat these kind of guys.
Close the angles, pop him, make him regret keeping his hands down.
Yeah. You try to outpoint him, and then when you have an opportunity for a knockout, you try and take it. But when you're the better boxer or the more experienced boxer, that's what you need to do. He's put it into the hands of KSI.
And the hands eventually of the judges, and who knows what they're thinking right now. Another warning from the referee. But even then, if you're Fury, why not step out of the fray and land a nice 1-2?
That's the point.
Do you guys think that it is a moral victory for KSI if he goes the distance,
No.
but ultimately loses?
Not this way. If it was an action-packed fight, sure. But not this way.
Hey, but KSI will take a win by hook or crook. I mean, he was a massive underdog.
Run with it. Yeah, run with it.
It's on Tommy Fury to make this.
Both guys connected.
You know, KSI might have gotten that round. All right, 3 minutes to go. And how big will that point deduction in round 2 for hitting behind the head to Fury weigh in on things? If this fight ends 3 rounds to 3, KSI is going to win.
100%.
A must-win round 6 here, you would think, for Tommy Fury.
I like that advice from KSI's corner. Aim low. Your hands are low, so maybe go to the body to try and throw Tommy off his game a little bit here.
Well, Tommy clearly knows where the punches are coming from at this point. And I think that would work. Try something different to perhaps steal this round or just win this round outright.
Well, you know, Tommy Fury has got perhaps the greatest heavyweight, or at least one of all time in his corner, who should be giving him these instructions on how to beat someone like KSI, but Fury's either not taking the directions or he simply can't do it. Just as I say that, he lands a right hand. Everything KSI has touched in his life has turned to gold. Is he about to pull off perhaps the biggest coup d'etat we've ever seen?
And guys, the problem with diminishing your opponent's skills leading up to a fight is when you win a fight like this, now the victory doesn't look all that impressive, right? So what did Tommy tell us going into this fight? He's not on my level, I'm gonna knock him out. Well, what can you say about the performance now that it is likely going the distance?
It hurts Tommy Fury way more what's going on right here because he's supposed to be the professional. He's supposed to have the legacy. He's supposed to hurt Chris for the fight. He's got to take it to another level. This is not doing that.
There's Michael Venom Page ringside.
If I'm KSI, I go for broke.
If I'm Tommy Fury, I go for broke.
KSI really has nothing to lose, in my opinion, here. Tommy's not going to knock him out, in my opinion.
Time is a ticking.
Yeah, I just can't figure out why Tommy never figured how to connect with KSI when he put his head to the right.
Now KSI lands a right. Tommy trying to bat him off with a half minute to go in the final round. John Fury said that Tommy would basically be excommunicated from the family if he lost this fight. It might be a lonely Christmas for Fury if this keeps up for KSI. Logan Paul cheering his prime partner on. And that will do it. Has KSI pulled off the stunner, or did Tommy Fury get the job done?
If you ask me, and I think you just did, I'm going to give this to KSI. I think it was 3-3, but you take the point deduction, I think KSI wins the fight.
I think I may agree with you, and that is hard to believe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards after 6 rounds of boxing. Rafael Ramos scores about 57. He has it even. Roberto Ramirez and Joel Elizondo scored about 57-56 to the winner by majority decision, Tommy